We have for you some unexplainable mysteries that will make you ponder if we're alone in the universe. From the opening of the space portal, a projection of a city floating in the air, to a bloody red sky. In this video, we show you 5 strange sky phenomena that scientists still cannot explain. Giant sky spiral. In the northern reaches of Norway, the people of Tromsø woke up to an unusual sight. A giant blue and white spiral of light hanging in the still dark sky above them. It was not like the northern lights that they were used to seeing. Everyone was shocked and puzzled. Some thought it could be a meteor, while others believed it was a UFO. People immediately began calling radio stations and air traffic control towers, and astronomers were also trying to figure out what was going on. Extraterrestrial enthusiasts were writing about it in their blogs. One eyewitness, Tado Eriksson, who was driving his daughter to school, described the sight as a rocket that spun around and around, and then went diagonally across the heavens. Other eyewitnesses described a blue light that appeared to rise from behind a mountain in the north of the country. It then stopped in midair and began moving in circles, creating a giant spiral that covered the entire sky. Suddenly, a green-blue beam of light shot out from the center of the spiral and lasted for 10 to 12 minutes before disappearing. Finally, the explanation for this strange phenomenon came. It turned out to be a failed Russian missile test launch, the new Bulava missile. It was fired from the submarine Dmitry Donskoy, which is Russia's standard missile testing site, located in the White Sea near Norway's Arctic region. It was the 7th time in at least 12 test launches that the missile had failed. At least this failed test made some nice fireworks for the Norwegians. Floating city in the sky. Imagine looking up in the sky and seeing something that defies all logic and reason. That's exactly what happened to thousands of residents in Jiangxi and Foshan, China, when they reported seeing a floating city in the sky. The images and grainy video footage that surfaced online were nothing short of mind-blowing. Towering skyscrapers seemed to be poking out of the clouds, casting a surreal shadow over the ground below. People were left in awe and disbelief, struggling to make sense of what they were seeing. Some speculated that it was a glitch in the Matrix, while others thought it might be a sign of an alternate universe opening up. And then there were those who believed that NASA was behind it all, attempting to establish a new world order through their secretive Blue Beam project. But as the dust settled and experts began to weigh in, the truth was revealed. The floating city was nothing more than a rare weather phenomenon called fata morgana. This optical illusion occurs when specific weather conditions bend light rays, creating a mirage that appears to be much higher than it actually is. While it's not unusual for mirages to occur, the scale and scope of this particular phenomenon had everyone talking. Fata morganas have been known to cause confusion and wonder for centuries, often being the explanation behind the legendary ghost ship of the Flying Dutchman, and sailor stories of floating castles that lured men to their deaths. Although the mystery of the floating city has been solved, the allure of the skies continues to captivate us. As for the residents of Jiangxi and Foshan, they will always have the memory of that surreal day when they looked up into the sky and saw the impossible. Before we go to the most bloody one, make sure to subscribe to Space Unearthed. Blood red sky. The sky over Zhoushan, also in China, looked like it was bleeding on May 7th, and the residents were absolutely mystified. Some even thought that it could be the beginning of the apocalypse. The eerie phenomenon was caught on video by many locals, and the footage showed a strange red glow in the sky on an already gloomy, foggy, and wet night, a week before Friday the 13th. The fog in the clouds turned out to be the key to the red light's formation. When the red light appeared in the sky, it was foggy, cloudy, and drizzling. Perfect conditions for red lights on the ground to reflect off the clouds. It is suspected that the peculiar red light came from a fishing boat in the city's harbor. When weather conditions are good, more water in the atmosphere forms aerosols, which refract and scatter the light of fishing boats and create the red skies seen by the public, said the staff of the Jiaoshan Meteorological Bureau. The state-owned media CCTV also got in touch with a local fishing company who confirmed that the light belonged to one of their boats, and refraction caused the thick cover of fog to turn red. Earthquake lightning. When a powerful magnitude 8.1 earthquake struck Mexico in 2017, it wasn't just the tremors that rattled people. Bizarre images of green and blue lights flashing in the sky were all over social media. These so-called earthquake lights are a rare and mystifying phenomenon that has stumped scientists for centuries, with various theories ranging from UFOs to ball lightning. The science behind these luminous events remains elusive. According to Friedman Freund, a physicist at NASA's Ames Research Center, earthquake lights come in many different shapes, forms, and colors, and have been documented since the 1600s. In one case, a bright purple-pink globe of light appeared in Quebec, Canada, just days before a major quake. In another, 4-inch flames of light were seen flickering above a street in L'Aquila, Italy, before an earthquake struck. Despite the abundance of anecdotal evidence, the scientific community is divided on whether earthquake lights are real. Some experts believe that the lights are caused by electrical charges activated in certain types of rocks during seismic activity. For instance, basalt and gabbro rocks have tiny defects in their crystals that could release electrical charges into the air. Other scientists propose that the phenomenon is the result of the piezoelectric effect, where quartz-bearing rocks produce strong electric fields when compressed in a certain way. However, the unpredictability and brevity of earthquake lights makes it challenging to study the phenomenon. Some scientists have attempted to recreate the effect in a lab by agitating grains of different materials, resulting in voltage spikes. Until a consensus is reached, the debate over what causes earthquake lights will continue to intrigue and perplex scientists and the general public alike. Northern Lights. Have you ever wondered why travelers from all over the world are drawn to the mysterious and mesmerizing Northern Lights? Once you witness this breathtaking spectacle for yourself, you'll understand why. But you may be wondering, do they really look as incredible as the photos and videos you've seen? The answer is, sometimes even better. As a natural phenomenon, the Northern Lights are unpredictable and uncontrollable, but there are ways to increase your chances of experiencing a truly unforgettable display. Here's everything you need to know about chasing the Northern Lights. So, what exactly are the Northern Lights? Also known as the Aurora Borealis, they're a dazzling atmospheric phenomenon where waves of radiant green, purple, and red light gracefully dance across the sky. This awe-inspiring show happens when the sun's energized particles, known as solar wind, bombard the Earth's atmosphere. Fortunately, the Earth's magnetic field shields us from these particles on the surface. Instead, the particles travel along the magnetic field lines towards the planet's poles, where they interact with the atmosphere and create a magnificent aurora lights. While the northern hemisphere experiences the Aurora Borealis, the southern hemisphere experiences a similar spectacle called the Aurora Australis, or Southern Lights. Now, the most important question: where can you see the Northern Lights? The best place to witness this natural wonder is in the auroral zone, which covers most destinations within the Arctic Circle. This zone extends within an approximately 1,500-mile radius of the magnetic North Pole and includes northern Norway, Sweden, Finland, Canada, Alaska, and Russia, as well as Svalbard, Iceland, and Greenland. Although, during strong solar storms, the Northern Lights can be seen in the United States and other lower latitude areas. These occurrences are rare and unpredictable. Therefore, your best bet to catch a glimpse of the magical Aurora Borealis is to plan a trip to the auroral zone, where the phenomenon occurs most frequently. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out our other video on the deadly discovery made in Australia. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.